hours in front of a talking box. The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Well, obviously, talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, since it was a tremendous victory yesterday for your Seattle Seahawks. Let's see. I think let's start with just the final call there, Mike, at the end of the game, if you got it in there.
And that will do it. Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL. The Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for the second time.
I mean, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like we were saying, I thought for sure, I was confident they could win a Super Bowl in 3 years with Coach McDonald. Doing it in 2 is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, he even said, this is crazy.
Right. And then, I go back to a year ago, running into him and Cal Raleigh backstage and just talking football with that guy was just awesome.
And you realize how little you know, in spite of how much you know.
Correct.
I mean,
and he wasn't like I just asked him. I said, look, I'm a bit of a nerd. I got to ask you about working for the Ravens, and you guys were so close. And he's like, yeah, because there was nothing to say. He goes, we had planned from April with that team. He goes, and somebody was like, do you think you were going? He goes, I knew we were going to that Super Bowl. He goes,
right.
And then you don't. He was like, it was crushing. There wasn't much to say.
He's six years your junior. Did you give him any life advice?
No, but his wife is from Northern Virginia, so my brother lives over there. So we chatted about that kind of stuff. And again, nice dude and everything. Kind of honestly unassuming, right? And then, but just you're right. Hearing that guy talk about football, you're just like, holy cow, they know.
Right.
They know so much more.
Yes.
And then, when I was leaving, I was like, all right, I got kind of one drunk one for you. He's like, what's that? I was like, we got to start throwing the slant more. He's like, the slant? I was like, yeah, man, I love the sluggo route. He's like, okay.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Okay,
Almost like he pats you on the head. Hey, thank you.
Well, that was the other thing. I asked him about something else, and he goes, yeah, you football nerds like it. It's not that important. I was like, damn. But I think also for Sam Darnold, to go out there and play. I mean, look, he did what he had to do.
Yeah, he did the whole season.
Right. I heard the stat today. What is he? 35-5 over the last 2 years.
And one of the teams cut him.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Well, they let him go.
Well,
essentially.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, right. If you're some of those guys in that Minnesota locker room, you got to be thinking what in the hell?
Just the receivers and the offensive line.
Yeah. But Sam Darnold.
If you're Josh Allen, if you're Lamar Jackson, if you're any of the people that were drafted in the same class that he was, you got to be thinking to yourself, I'll be damned. He won it before any of us.
Yeah.
Because the Bills have been there for the last few years.
Sure.
Ravens always kind of had a shot. Last year they sucked. But for the most part,
play with heart, don't be a bitch, and get a good team. Yeah. I mean, honestly, obviously it's more difficult than that, but both the Ravens and the Bills, you guys fall apart at the same point every year.
I say Baker Mayfield was drafted before him.
There's some mental toughness you don't have. This team put it on display for the NFL.
Correct.
That's how you win.
And he was famous for that game 5 years ago, saying, I'm seeing ghosts out there, which also, I think people use that term. But they made fun of him forever and ever.
He's just the only quarterback to admit it.
Right.
Trust me, you hit him twice in the game, they're seeing ghosts, brother. It changes everything.
But obviously, you're always going to talk, even though he wasn't the MVP, you always want to talk to the quarterback after.
It's unbelievable. Everything that's happened in my career, but to do it with this team, I wouldn't want it any other way. All my teammates, all my coaches I've ever had, always believing in me. I've always believed in myself because of my family and my friends. So it's as simple as that. As long as you believe in yourself, anything's possible.
It's also cool to see, just the old Super Bowl team from the 2 Super Bowls, the Legion of Boom, all these guys are fired up. Michael Bennett's fired up. It's almost like they're still playing. Marshawn Lynch is fired up. Everybody, the only person I didn't see from the past was Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm. He was at the game.
Was he at the game?
Yeah, I saw a video of him. He wasn't wearing he was just wearing regular clothes.
Of course.
But yeah, they caught somebody just had a quick camera interaction.
Oh, good. See, it's like a reunion.
Right. He was like, let's go, go Hawks. So it's like, yeah, why not? I don't even know. Yeah. Is he still technically a Jet?
A Giant.
Or Giant?
I don't know.
You can only wish the best for that guy. You do. I don't want to see him not do well. He did so well here and had so many good years.
Yeah,
you hope he's got a year or 2 left.
You can do.
Yeah.
And that's I don't have a lot of sympathy for these guys. You can do as well as you can do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, for those guys, it's always going to suck losing that Super Bowl the way they did on that pass, right?
Sure.
But I think for the fans and for the organization, it's just so nice that, look, that interception is one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history. They show it constantly, every year when that Super Bowl comes up. So for the last decade, you would just kind of get kicked in the mouth and you got to take it.
Yeah, he was there. Butler was there.
But now it takes the sting out.
That's what I was saying.
Because now it's
As a
officially
fan,
the past. You're like, all
Correct. Right. It's like, all right, we got
As
another
happens.
one. And it was against the Patriots. So it was like, all right, everything, you know what I mean? Like, it just set up so perfect, right? You got to win this. You got to win the division, the last game of the season down to the Niners. You do that, right? Then you come back and get those Niners again in the playoff and just beat the brakes off them. Then you get the Rams to come in for a championship game. They're the only team you really had trouble with all year. You beat them, and then you get to avenge this awful loss in the Niners' house. I mean, I just don't know if you could draw up a script any better than they did there. All right, here's some interesting facts. Sam Darnold became the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl after playing for at least 5 different teams.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah.
And he's not 39 years old. I mean, he's still reasonably he's not
Every
even
year.
30 yet. I don't think.
Almost every year, different team, different offensive coordinator, different offense.
The best thing that happened to him is that the Jets cut him. And listen, if you're a future Jets player, that will be true of you too. The best thing that'll happen in your NFL career is that the Jets don't want you. Then you can go play for someone who actually means it.
Well,
Unless the Raiders pick you up.
right, and I think it begs the question, just like these organizations, it does matter where you go.
It does matter where you go. But the thing, so, like the Jets don't know what they're doing. I don't even qualify them as an NFL franchise. But like with Minnesota, like the dude went 14-3. Yes, he choked in the last game. Guess what? Talk to Lamar, talk to Josh Allen about choking deep in the playoffs. They still got a game. You try to right the ship. But then you went with J.J. McCarthy, and the offense on your team was pissed because they didn't want to lose Darnold in the first place.
Now the
And now
49ers
they're just looking at the front office going like, guys, this is why. This is what we're talking
and the
about.
49ers.
Sure, but he was there as a backup.
Yeah.
So I get it there.
Right.
But like I go like, dude, it's Carolina didn't know what they were doing for a while. They've sort of figured it out. Except the Jets are a joke. But like with Minnesota, like guys, yes, you want to win the Super Bowl every year. You know what most people don't do? That. But the dude came in and put you at 14-3.
Yeah.
You let him go, and the Hawks are like, cool.
Right.
And now he's got that shiny ring.
Seahawks were underdog or 4-point favorite, 4.5-point favorites going into the game. They broke a streak of underdogs, winning 3 straight Super Bowls.
Okay.
I guess this is different. The Pats were wearing their white jerseys, white pants that they had never worn in a Super Bowl before.
They never will again.
Probably not.
I mean, look, the fans will make that clear. Like, guys, it could be 40 years from now. And never go back. It's 40 years later. Someone's going to be like, do not wear that same outfit.
Yeah.
Man.
And,
We're-
man, the Seahawks-
We're all superstitious. Don't do it.
The Seahawks uniforms look awesome.
Well, then you get
I
a lot
love
of
that.
grass
I
on
love
them.
that combo. You know, it just looks good.
Seahawks were up 9 points, 9-0 heading into halftime, which means teams are now 0-15 in the Super Bowl if they're scoreless at half.
It doesn't look good if you haven't scored, man.
Correct.
And usually it's either dysfunction on the offense, which was not the case, or you were just getting a push back in by the defense, which was definitely the case yesterday.
Seahawks only trailed for 1 minute and 35 seconds the entire postseason.
Oh, postseason.
Postseason, right.
Damn.
That's the 5th least amount, but nobody's done that in like 35 years. Just basically like they just don't.
That's ridiculous.
Well, even, I mean, you remember the Rams game, right? I mean, it was kind of going back and forth. And then I thought that we really were in trouble. They just scored a touchdown, and then boom, they would just march back down.
Yep.
Seahawks are the first Super Bowl team to go their entire postseason without a turnover.
Damn.
So they
Yeah.
never committed a turnover. They got some,
Sure.
right? And capitalized on that.
No
But
fumbles and Darnold.
That is impressive, man.
What do we know? What do we know about next year? I know the last time the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl, we did the kickoff thing. It was down at the stadium. Doesn't the Super Bowl champion come out and play that first game?
Generally.
And they have a huge party and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a Thursday night game or whatever the deal is.
So, right, generally, you're right. The season should start here on like that Thursday night game.
Right.
And it should be a giant
It should be a
party.
party down there, like that band's perform.
Who do you think you play? Do you play the Patriots again, or do you play like the Rams? Like typically, the Super Bowl will play a team of decent caliber.
I would almost think it's got to be the Rams or the Niners.
So we already know who our opponents are going to be. Give me a second here, let this open up. So our home opponents, we obviously got all of our division. We got the Cowboys coming to town, the Giants, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Bears, and the Patriots.
They might
Oh,
stick
it might take
it
the
should be the
Patriots.
Patriots.
It should be the
And
Patriots.
just run it back right then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's not a bad call.
Speaking of running back,
And hopefully they don't stick you with the Cowboys. The Cowboys are so bad. The Cowboys suck.
yeah, I think the NFL Network will replay the game.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to catch it again. I'm going to sit down and watch that thing again from start to finish and just take it in.
I will probably. I recorded it. I might watch it part of it tonight when I get home.
Just watch that
sleep.
defense, man. I could have masturbated to that defense. I love good defense, and I'm just like, my God, these guys are good.
Let's see. The Seahawks went 11-0 across the season when scoring first. I mean, basically, they're the only team that did that. If they score, take a lead in the game, they just keep it.
Yeah, the defense. I'm telling you, man, they just choke you the F out.
I like, though, they said, a lot of people were caught in the middle trying to decide on who they wanted to cheer for. I was going to say, if you were literally halfway between Seattle and Foxborough, you would have been in Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
Ooh, lucky you.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, where do you want to meet? Meet me in Fergus Falls, dude.
What are they saying? 14 degrees there last week or something? 10 degrees?
Yeah, woman getting off the elevator. Okay. Conversation came up, and she's like, well, actually, I'm loving the weather or something. Because I'm from Minnesota, I'm here in business. It's 14 degrees. It's like, she's from there, and she's bitching about the cold.
I mean,
damn.
They claim there's cold, and then there's like these Midwest cold.
Right.
And these winters and stuff. So I'm with you. I've never been up there in the wintertime.
That's why Vikings live there.
That's probably why. Well, and I think Minneapolis has a ton of stuff underground, too, right?
I believe they do. Kind of like Toronto.
They have a habit trail walkway system up top as well.
Yeah.
So you can just walk in between buildings. Kind of like one giant mall,
yeah,
essentially.
But yeah, I don't know. There's not much more else to say, right? Just awesome weekend. Good for the Seahawks.
An absolute
everybody
dominating performance.
Right. I mean, even just Saturday and Sunday before the game, I mean, everybody you talked to was just in a great mood.
Oh yeah.
I saw so many pop-up stands selling stuff. I mean, it was just awesome.
What's your first gear item you're gonna get?
I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I got to get a hat and a shirt. And then
do it quick. They were already advertising last night.
I know. And I got to get one for my mom, too. Because my mom will just wear Seahawks stuff. Because I'm her son. But it annoys the other people in my family.
Oh, then get the champion stuff, man. Absolutely.
And I always go, you guys are Commanders fans. You're not familiar with these Super Bowls.
Good luck. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Here's your